no, please don't look to me for any gaming tips. I'm not the man to consult. I'm definitely I mean, this feels a little bit like beginner's luck to be here. This is my first motion capture game, and here we are.
So, how does it feel to be here, nominated at the Golden Joystick?
It feels terrific. It's a very pleasant surprise. I'm not surprised that the game is doing very well because I know how hard and how long and how invested everybody has been involved in making the game on the production side, Bluebird team and Konami, and so I'm delighted and thrilled, but not surprised that the game is up for some nominations. Personally, it's amazing. You know, it's very nice to have your work recognized. Yeah.
And how did it come about that you would be giving us your James? How did the process of getting the role work?
So it was just pretty much when we were going into the pandemic, a casting came through, which was, NDA'd to the hilt, and it was given a pseudonym. I didn't know what the project was. I assumed it was like an Arctic horror game, and so I dressed up in my ski coat and what have you, and thought I was involved in some kind of Thing remake. But as it unfolded, it turned out to be Silent Hill 2, which was amazing. So I got it completely wrong at the beginning, but thankfully I was selected anyway. But it was quite a long process, quite a few auditions, and got to know the guys through that. And more and more was revealed to me as time went on, and it was great. And then we ended up recording it in a motion capture volume in Canada for a company called Game On, with Bluebird, and it was amazing. It was terrific. It was over I think I did 3 stints, a couple of weeks here, week there, that sort of thing, and met the other actors. She's going to hate me for this, but Salome, something Icelandic, and she's amazing and worked across from me, and Scott Haining and E.B. Templeton, and I know that there is one more, Gianna Keels. There we go.
And how did you kind of approach the character? He's an interesting one because it's like he's in this absolutely terrifying situation, but he doesn't always seem too upset about it.
No, that's right. Well, he has he has I'm going to get this right. What is it? Psychogenic amnesia. That's what I've looked up. This is the danger of Googling conditions when you really don't know what you're talking about. I believe that's what he has. So, the trauma has triggered effectively a psychotic episode. So he doesn't know what he's just done. And in a way, the audition process is a little bit like that. You sort of a fish out of water and making it up as you go along. So he's interacting with a very strange, surreal world at face value, and is looking for a rational explanation. But he does have a sense of something being amiss. So, it's a very interesting character, I think, and a very awful, but again, dramatically interesting scenario. So, it was great to mine that for all it was worth.
Is that a challenge where maybe you almost understand what's going on better than the character you're meant to be?
100%. I mean, that's the trick, right? With acting, you have to imagine yourself in this scenario, and you do know more, and you hopefully you're well prepared, and then you cherry pick how much you know and what you know, that's the thing. You sort of have to willingly suspend disbelief and just pretend that you don't know those things. And I guess that's the acting part. And so you meet every in this case horrific scenario for the first time with little or no knowledge. And he's definitely in a state of James Sunderland is definitely in a bewildered state, trying to make sense of something which just doesn't make sense.
And one thing that I always wonder is, what's the process like of filming when you're repeatedly stamping on something's head to make sure that it's dead?
Well, fortunately, those particular moments are picked up towards the end of the shoot. But yes, I mean, and that is my job, to find new ways to express old ideas. I think somebody said that's what art is, and that is definitely what your job is. So you have to make those, or at least I feel like you should make each of those violent encounters fresh and horrific and a surprise. So yeah, you find some pretty interesting guttural noises from deep within that you didn't know were there. Yeah, but it is. You're right. It's a bizarre scenario. You are completely stomping on invisible enemies all the time, or beating them with a piece of wood with some nails sticking out of it, or shooting them, or a combination, a melee attack, a combination of all of those things.
Well, we're going to start giving people some tips now.
Oh, no, please don't look to me for any gaming tips. I'm not the man to consult. I'm definitely yeah. I mean, this feels a little bit like beginner's luck to be here. This is my first motion capture game, and here we are. Thanks to Blue 2 and Konami. So it's amazing.